Hey guys, this is Cody here with PSI Power. Today we're going to be discussing a Shim Kit installation or a race plug installation for not only Bosch common rails but Denso common rails. And here in front of us we have a Bosch common rail as an example. This common rail particularly came out of a 2018 Ram 2500 with the 6.7 Cummins. This common rail is also used across a couple other applications such as some Duramax engines and whatnot. So here we're going to take it apart, show you how to install the Shim Kit. Go through the step-by-step procedures on that as it's very particular. So the Shim Kit is included in the 52,000, 61,100, and 60,200 part numbers. This, like I said, fits a 6.7 Cummins and the LLY, LBZ, and LMM Duramax engines. Okay. So since I have this fuel rail out on the bench here, I went ahead and already cracked this relief valve open. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish taking it all the way out. So here we have your factory fuel relief valve. So now we're going to put this in the vise and show you how to take it apart to install the shims and then put it back together. So take the supplied nut in the Shim Kit, go ahead and put it on the relief valve, and then you're going to want to take the tip of the relief valve and stick it in your vise. And this is steel, so you don't have to worry about damaging it. Of course, you don't want to crank on it and give it everything you got. So take your adjustable wrench afterwards, and what you're going to do is you're going to tighten this nut. And when you tighten that nut, it's going to take the body of the relief valve and it's going to separate it from the tip. Now when you do this, you got to be cautious because inside here there's a needle valve that's inside that tip. So as you separate these two, that needle may want to come out on you, and if you lose that, you will not build pressure again. So you want to be sure to keep your hands under it and ready for when you separate this. Okay, now they have separated, so I've got my hands under it ready to go just in case. So the needle stayed in the tip, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the vise just to make sure I don't drop it or drop anything out of it and lose it. So here, as you can see, this plate also sits in the tip. There's the needle that you do not want to lose. Like I said, if you lose it and you don't have that in there, when you reinstall this and put this back in, your truck is never going to build fuel pressure. Therefore, you're never going to start. Inside the relief valve, you're going to see is this spring. Now this is the reason we have to do a Shim Kit on these applications. This spring is designed and manufactured for a certain amount of pressure, and when you go to do any kind of tuning work or any kind of performance device to increase power, that's going to be your first weak go. So with the Shim Kit, what you're going to do now that you have it all apart is you're going to take the body, you're going to take the included 3 washers in the Shim Kit, you just drop those down in there. Like so. Now that you've got all 3 washers in there, now it's just a matter of reinstalling. Just put the spring back in where you got it. It's not directional, so it doesn't matter. And then again, like I said, make sure to have the tip in the needle in the tip here. So we're going to get that put back in. Okay. So I have reinserted the needle into the tip here, and then just take this plate, put it right back over that. Take your body, push these back together, and then we're going to go back to the vise to reseat these. So now to put this back together, we have to compress that spring in order to pop the body back down onto the tip here to hold it together. So just stick your relief valve back into the vise here, and then of course, you know, guide the tip to where it's going straight into the body like so, and then compress it till it won't go anymore. Take a flathead or a pick or something like that, and then go around and just re-hit all the points where you can see the indentions on this body here that we're holding this together. I'm going to rotate it to get the last one, recompress it, and then for your first time, be sure to just slowly undo the vise just to make sure it's seated properly so it doesn't come flying apart on you. So now that is back together. The shim kit has been installed. So now it's just a matter of putting it back in your fuel rail and putting everything back together, and then you're good to go. So while you have your relief valve out, it's a good practice to just inspect your seal here just to make sure it's not cracked or cut anywhere. That can also cause a leak, and it can cause hard starting, no starts, or power lack of power. So this is a steel on steel fitting. So as you put it back into the rail here, and just for note, this rail is garbage, so you don't have to do this to yours. It's actually leaking at one of the injector ports here, so this is just an assembly demo type deal. So take your 6-point wrench or socket, whichever you may be using, and just tighten it up. Like I said, it's at like 200 something foot-pounds, so for this demonstration it's not a huge deal, but usually we get one guy on the ratchet or the wrench with the breaker bar, one guy pushing and pulling to where you're actually torquing the engine back and forth. If that's not fully seated all the way or not tight enough, you will also not build pressure and you will also not start. So that concludes the installation of this shim kit on this Bosch fuel rail. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us at 812-618-9168 or reach out to us on our website, www.agdieselsolutions.com. If you'd like to see more content like this, give us a like and subscribe to stay up to date with all of our latest videos.